See if this works. I'm gonna play with my light like I always do. Always do. My hair's a wreck today, but oh well. Oh well, oh well. I'm just gonna see what I got going on. I've been on here in a while, but hey guys. Hi guys. I'll wait till we get up to a certain number and then I'll start talking. So I just want to give some kind of updates of what I'm doing. And hey Joe, good to see you. I don't think I've been on here in a week. I think it's been about a week. I just don't feel like fighting with my light tonight, so we're gonna just keep it the way it is today, tonight anyway. See if I do that. It's gonna do that. See? The light fights with me every time. So yeah. There's a lot of things going on, and actually the red is actually my real color. I debated for a long time, and everybody's telling me to go back to my original color. This is actually it. So it's what I was born with, honestly. Tried the dark. Didn't last very long, did it? So, yeah, I went back to red. Thanks, guys. Um, kind of came on here and wanted to do a YouTube, and then I've got to go over and do an Instagram. Um, Still get a lot of emails, still get a lot of questions and all that stuff. But I see things going the way they're supposed to be going, accurately, um, and I feel good about that. And the one thing about me is I don't get my information from any human source in that way, and I definitely don't get it from an alien source in that way because we all know that's unreliable. Um, because those guys have been sitting back and watching things for years and not doing anything. All of a sudden, they're trustworthy. I don't think so. I don't think so. Never were. So they would have to earn my trust. Certain ones. Certain ones like to play games, and that's what seems to show up on YouTube. The ones that play games. So, so people I see then keep going back from, I'll be okay, I'll be fine, I'm not going to have anything affect me from that 3D situation. But they go back to it. They keep applying themselves back to that because that's what they know. And you kind of have to soak your brain into disconnecting that completely and not going back and looking at it at all. At all. Because if you do, it's going to just suck you right back in. Just like a lot of the um, Mason T-bot programs that are on here. It just gets you sucked back into clout and all that stuff. So it doesn't really go anywhere. It doesn't have any real information. It's just a recycling information that leads you nowhere. Like I tell everybody, when things happen that people are actually been chosen by the light, they will have a correct and consistent language that they stay in. and they don't mind waiting for those predictions to uh, present. I don't care if it's 3 years or 5 years or whatever you wait, but you wait for those to verify. What you're seeing a lot now is people are saying stuff, but no one's verifying it. No one's backing the information up. They just keep going. They keep you so busy that you're not verifying the information or documenting. And that's what I teach. I teach people to document. Go back and see what they said 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Um, the only one, I would say for uh, any type of alien information that I trust would be Alex Collier. He's been doing it a while, and he's out for the truth completely across the board. And I trust his information because he does have it to back up. The rest do not. So I don't mind saying that at all, and I'll challenge that anytime because I am about documentation. So I'm just getting you guys to use an example of what's going on there right now because I'm seeing people again being pulled back into a program that doesn't really exist. But as humans, we find it entertaining and we're drawn into it. Step back, stay in the balance, push yourself back, and start to read the documentation and go back and do research on it. If they're giving you glamour and glitz and doing everything from a bedroom setting, it's really not going to be professional, but it also is not going to back up to the truth. So it's just, we're going this recycle mode again and again, and we keep going, they keep going back because they get sucked back into this clout, get sucked back into the Mason situation, and it keeps recycling. It doesn't do anybody any good. But I'm literally telling you guys, if it pushes fear, if it tells you how to, you have to do things, if it has to tell you what to do, no. And we're taking people's mindset and they're creating idols out of their own low conscience. And then we're leading them down the wrong path, and that's what I'm seeing. And I'll say that clearly across this board on this platform because I'm not afraid of any of them. I'm not afraid of challenging them either, especially on the alien stuff because it's getting out of hand. So anytime, any place. I love debates. I would love to do it. Just saying. So, because I know where my information comes from. I'm not trying here to entertain you, but I'm sick of people being manipulated and being sucked into a drama circle of information that does not add up. But see, you've got to see yourself getting stuck into that because it feels easy and it's like a concert. You get sucked into that. The truth, it's not always entertaining. It's kind of facts put out there. You have to wait for it to verify, and then you have to follow through with it. So I'm just seeing a lot of people, they're getting sucked into all these non-real programs. And you are the one that can make that choice of what is completely right and real because you're going to step back out of it. When you step out of that delusion, your mindset starts to think for itself and starts to make those own choices and starts to analyze it in a very accurate way. So don't get stuck in that bustle and don't get stuck in all the entertaining because there's a lot out there that won't be around in 5 years. And they'll be gone. They've made their money. They've moved on. So, and the ones that have been doing the work for a long time are going to be here forever, making sure that process comes to the light and is done accurately and not just thrown together. Things take time. As what we're dealing with is not an app that you can download off your phone and it's going to be done and over when you shut the phone down. It doesn't work that way. Patience, and it's a checklist, and those checklists are done, then you move on to another situation. So I'm seeing forces in these big groups together now because they're not convincing you anymore. You're not buying it anymore. So now they're coming together in bigger groups and they have to push that persona onto you. So I've never went by one group or another. I have always just led by the light and spirit and let the information follow that. That's all I have to do is I have to follow what they say and follow the verification for the information. That lines up with me. I got that figured out a long time ago. Long time ago. But you guys, literally, Spirit wants you to think on your own. They don't want anybody to have control over you on any situation anymore. It was always supposed to be you, yourself, your soul, and connecting with that energy only. Don't let someone else come in and tell you how you can connect with that. And that's why I teach. I get the information from your guide behind you, and they tell me what you need. I don't tell you, they tell me. And then you adapt to that process. So push the middle guy out completely. Everybody in the next 2 years, the way you communicate, the way you think, the way you process is going to change in a higher understanding. Everybody's psychic. Everybody has that type of knowledge. They just don't tap into it. So that's not going to be such a big deal anymore. But the ones that are tapping into their information and have been nourishing it, they're going to advance more and more. Start using yourself as a vessel with the light. Stop idolizing. Stop going through cards and thinking that that answer's in there, because let me tell you, God says, I draw my sword and I draw my shield. Do not say, draw your cards in a time of war. That's never going to happen. So I came on here because I'm seeing a lot of frustration from people that they're stuck and then they get sucked back in. I'm just telling you, the best thing that's going to happen is when all the TV is down, because that process, everybody's going to start to think and process on their own. And you're going to go back to those skills that you've always had. There'll be no box telling you what to do. It's going to be great. And then you're going to be outside that box more and looking in and going, yeah, I don't want to go back to that. I'm okay. You know, really start working with that and depending on that connection. Because you guys have it in you to do this. You always have. You always have. It's just certain societies have always pulled that away from you or confused you or tried to keep you away from the core of what's inside you. And this is the time to say, you know what? No more. No more. I'm going to do it on my own. And I also teach students that there is a communication language with you, yourself, and your spirit. That only you and that spirit understand that language in that sequency. But you have to open your mind to accepting that and walking in that. And once you walk in that, there's phenomenal things that happen. So you don't need to buy into a big program or buy all these horrendous books. And I'm just on here because I just see people are just tired of shoveling out money and not getting anywhere. You know, it's just one thing doesn't work, they'll push another thing in your face. If that thing doesn't work, they're going to push another thing in your face. And those are people that usually they flip very quick when they're not getting your attention. And The ones that stay consistent on the same pattern and spirit doesn't lead them and say, go off in another direction. They say, stay on that path until I tell you it's done. And I stay on paths until they might be 7 years on assignment. They might be 6 years on assignment, but I'm going to stay on it. They don't flip like that. So I think at the end of this, you guys are going to be so surprised of how many people were just out there to guard you, to keep you away. Don't look at this. Be confused. It's the same situation. And so I teach independence. I do not teach to be codependent on someone that gives you the message. You can start to do it yourself. That's what's important through all of this. And you see people get to a certain point and then they go back. That is the whole thing about staying above this and literally to your soul out. I'm not allowing anything to have control over me. I'm going to make my own choices in my own mindset and see the light for myself and walk through and do this on your own. Because I'll tell you, these warriors, we've been around forever. Before we were born, we knew what we had to do. We have knives and stones, and we get up every morning, and we don't know what a day off is sometimes, but we keep going, and we keep going, and we plow through this every day because there is something in the core of us that's always known that we have to keep going. And we will always do that, and we will be standing in the line at the end of the universe holding hands, and no matter if there are knives in our back, we know our journey. We do not flip. We do not turn another direction. We are strong and we stay loyal. So, and we cannot be bought or sold. And we do not want clout. We don't. We want people to understand the information so they can be with us on the other side. That's what it's about. But they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. Because then you would be thinking and processing on your own. So music can occupy you. Big images can occupy you. Big ships that look beautiful and inviting. But that doesn't make it real. It doesn't make it real. But it does make it a good movie, just like Hollywood did. But look where we are on that. So I was at a big show this weekend and I had to take a break, and I was thinking about things, how people are starting to go in circles. You started with this, see it through, stay with it, stay holding hands with it, stay strong in it. Don't let it push you back. Don't let it push you back, and let the light know that you are listening. So I'm the type of person that when I get into a situation with spirit, it doesn't matter what it is. Wherever I'm at, if I'm out at a property or if I'm in a house that has issues or if I am seeing entities, all kinds of stuff. But I know that energy that's behind my back and in front of me will have the knowledge and the information they need me to download at that moment. So I'm not a fear-based person of avoiding situations. I confront them head on. And I don't have to plan it out. I just have to go into it and know that they are there. So that's why I seem a little upfront about things, because I have the confidence of knowing what protects me and where the information comes from. And so I see a lot. So when I see a lot, I tell the truth. I tell you exactly how I see it. And right now, you're definitely being tricked You are being fooled. You are being entertained. So I'm telling you, sit back. Sit back. And I posted some sites that were supposed to be the accurate ones. And they're on my Instagram. I've talked about those. And I'll put them in there. But I want you guys, it would be an improvement to see you guys literally really backing up and looking for information. We used to have to do that. We did. We would follow documentation. We would verify things. We are getting to a society, we Google it now. Well, you're not going to find the truth. You're going to have to do a little bit more research to see the truth come. Real raw news is really good. Just saying. But these are just things that I'm telling you from a soul to soul connection. Start listening to yourself. Start listening to your instinct. It's not going to sway you in a bad way by doing that. You're going to see how strong you are by making your own choices with that. So I got a Signal group that we post a lot of that verification on there. So you'll have to go into Instagram to find that. So, and what is going to be a wonderful thing when things are at a certain process, you'll be standing at the edge, looking at all the people and everything that's going on. And you're going to go, this is going to be amazing. Sorry, that's my dog. To see this, witness this. Your ancestors would have loved to have been here and seen it. They had their blood, sweat, and tears on it. But you will be the one prospering from it. So that's something special. So don't let anybody tell you you don't have the power. Nobody. I'm about the truth. I know, it's a glory hound dog, I'm telling you. You just got to, it's actually a retriever, see? She's just that way, aren't you? All the time. So, it's just a lovely dog. So I just want to come on here and tell you guys and give you encouragement. I mean, because the news is not news anymore. We know that, but it's a dead weight system. So follow links, follow information, but do not turn that on, because I noticed one day I turned it on and oh my gosh, the energy was just awful. After you haven't been away from it for a long time, it's not good. Your soul just goes, oh no, 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 it's not good. So it's a lot of things happening at 2 a.m. in the morning. It's the best way to do it. So if you guys got questions or anything like that, I just kind of wanted to come on and actually just talk to you, soul to soul. So back up from the entertainment parties and pushing books that they make over the weekends. And just do your own information and your own research and follow the links and follow the details. Alex Collier, good one, to lead you in the right direction. So if you stick to him, you won't be wrong in that area. So I just wanted to come on here and talk to you, but I am doing another one on Instagram at 9, talking about some more stuff. So you guys take care. Okay. Trust yourself. Huh, see, the dog says trust yourself. See, dogs are good at instinct, huh? Yes, you are. So you guys, good night, okay? Have a good day.